Hey everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, come to you from downtown Manila. Another stinking hot day up here today. Guys, 15 minutes of fame, what's it all about? It's about helping you get out in front of social media across all the different platforms. LinkedIn, Facebook groups, Reddit, Quora, and of course, YouTube with all your social media links and put you in front of thousands of people. Think about it. TV commercials set you back about $30,000, and people might go to the loo, make a hot dog, or open a beer and miss the commercial. 10 radio spots in your city might set you back $3,000 to $5,000, as they often do. They might play them at 2 or 3 in the morning and tell you they've played them, and no one's around, they're asleep. So guys, come on, 15 minutes of fame. Every man and woman's got a story. We'd love to hear your story. Our next guest has got a very interesting story. He's got a colourful background, and his name is, my eyes are a bit blurry from these drugs, I've got a broken shoulder, guys. His name is 𝐷𝐚𝐬𝐧𝐬𝐞. And Adam's from my old hometown, Australia, and he's a CEO and freedom fighter. And he's got a company called earnwithmyfreedomsuccess.com and make money online with digital marketing. He's going to tell you how to do that. He's been in the industry quite some time, and he'd like to share with everyday people over 50 who want to make some money and get to learn how to do things. And he's always available, guys. He's up for a chat. Reach out for a virtual cup of coffee. Find out what he's up to, right? Respond to his emails and learn about what he's up to. He's not going to bite you. He's there to help you. If you want to be helped. Costs you nothing to have a virtual cup of coffee. He says, never too late to give up on your dreams. Interesting fact, his wife and himself had their 4th child when he was 50. He might have another one. You never know, right? Don't give up. Never give up. Didn't Mick Jagger have one when he was about 70 or 80 or something? Never give up. Anyway, it's my great pleasure to welcome. How are you today, Adam?
Yeah, great. What a great introduction. Thank you very much, Jeff.
No, you're most welcome. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path. How did it all come about?
Right. Well, I suppose the biggest thing for me was because I had such a young family at an older age. I worked in construction for, 3 decades. And I got to the point where I was just missing out on so much family time. Like my kids were always, Dad, can you come here? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I didn't want to make them the promises that I had to break. So I suppose I was tired. I was burnt out. Yeah. And I just needed to find something. So, to be honest, I started searching. Yes. In August of 2022, I had a construction accident on a work site.
Wow.
And fell down a hole and broke my leg and my ankle pretty badly. So,
mighty. No one knows that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't get around. I couldn't even get myself to the toilet.
You know how I feel about my shoulder, don't you? You know what pain is, don't you?
I do, yeah. It was pretty... And the funny part was I did it at the hospital. We were doing a job at the hospital.
You never had far to go.
Well, it was painful, but they come out, put me in the wheelchair and took me straight in. But all jokes aside, well, for me it was I just probably had enough of spending so much time away from the family, and I just always felt like there was something more out there for me.
Mm-hmm. So that's what you got up to. All right. What's been the most challenging aspect of your work, and how have you overcome that?
Look, the most challenging aspect to this was we have a 2-hour income producing activity. So I post 3 reels on social media every day. You can even do this faceless if you like. Yeah. And I go live for an hour a day on TikTok. Yeah. So the biggest part was doing the 2 hours a day while I was already doing the 10 or 12 hours in construction.
Wow. Yeah.
So that was the hardest part, because like we've sort of talked off air, people quit online business and any income opportunities way too soon. Their result could be just around the corner.
Yeah. Never give up. Never give up.
And I think that's what I put my results down to. Once I got inside the program I became a part of,
you believe
I could see other people inside were making money.
Yeah.
And then I suppose that encouraged me and give me the determination not to quit to eventually succeed myself. So
yeah, I know a few people in the field that you're in, and they're doing quite well. But they're the
yeah,
sort of people that never give up, and they're also willing to help people. That's another key.
yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
right. And that's my biggest thing. I'm trying to help anybody
yeah,
that wants to escape that vicious cycle of that 9 to 5
yeah.
and
Soul-sucking
just
job.
feel like they're stuck, I suppose.
Yeah, job just on broke. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Tell us about an important moment in your career that pretty much changed. I guess you just told us that when you broke your leg and you had to look for other alternatives.
Well, look, I can just give you a run through it. So
Yeah,
basically, once that happened, I just started a new job
yeah,
for a company.
yes.
And it was probably only 6 or 8 weeks down the track. Things were going really well until, don't step back on a construction site, because that's what I did. I went down the hole, broke my ankle, and I
Jesus.
just remember in my leg, the reaction of my boss saying, when are you going to be back at work? We need you to do this. We need you to do that. Let us know. I'm thinking, like, I've only broke it yesterday and you're asking me today. And it just really
What a
give me
joke. Yeah.
a bad taste in my mouth. And at that point, I decided, you know what? I don't want to work for a boss anymore. And I made that conscious decision then and there.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to do. I was determined. And I think determination is another big word for me.
Yeah.
That I was going to find something. And I always felt like there was something more out there than I was.
Yes.
So I started searching.
Good. Yeah, not bad, not bad. A good story. I love it because I had 200 jobs, guys, between 14. I left school at 14. I had enough. I left school at 14, up till 14 till 28. I kid you not, I had 200 jobs, from picking strawberries, picking oranges, working on oil rigs, working at the abattoirs, pulling out sheep's guts, and all sorts of things like that. All fun stuff. And one day I just said, I'm sick of working for idiots. I'm going to go and work for a lunatic. So I started working for myself. And I've never looked back. 47 years later, I'm 77. I'm still going, and I haven't got a job anymore. Same as our friend Adam here. He hasn't got a job. He's got a passion. Big difference, guys. When you find that passion, it's like El Dorado. It's like being happy the rest of your life. And it's chicken or feathers. The harder you work, the better it is. Right? Simple. Guys, in your opinion, what have been the key qualities that have helped contribute to your success? You mentioned determination. What else?
Look, the biggest part for me was finding something, because I haven't got a huge amount of computer skills. We've already been through that today.
Yeah, we have.
Obviously, I've improved, but I needed something that I didn't have to create myself.
Yeah.
I needed something, I suppose, that was done for me.
A blueprint.
Correct. And that was the thing, to have a blueprint that I could actually follow. I get daily action step videos from my mentor, which is also the program creator that's made $5 million out of this program since the 10th of September 22. And I know it's the 10th of September because that's actually my birthday. So
lovely.
It's so funny because it was around the time, when I say funny, in August of 22, I broke my ankle. And in September, I didn't know anything about this because I didn't discover this until May of 2024.
Yep.
Sometimes I wish I'd have discovered this sooner, but whether I would have been ready to actually
take action,
exactly. And taking action's the biggest thing, because I thought I was smart. I'll YouTube this, I'll find out that. And
I'll do it.
There was always something
I'll do it all
missing.
for free. Yeah, I'll have the free. I'll have the free.
And that's what I tried to do, Jeff. And that is my biggest mistake that I made, because
everyone does.
I think I cost myself $100,000. I reckon.
Yeah. Well, the people out there, I come up in my world, and you too. I come up with people say, "Oh, do you think investing $20 in ChatGPT is worth it?" Guys, if you don't learn ChatGPT, it won't. The people that will survive are the people that know ChatGPT. It won't take their jobs. It'll take the jobs of the people that don't know ChatGPT. It's pretty much that simple.
100%.
It's pretty much that simple. Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? I suppose your kids keep you motivated somewhat.
Oh, look, my youngest daughter, which is Evie, well, she's only 6. So whether you people know out here. I had my youngest daughter when I was 50, or my wife did.
Yeah.
And she keeps me going, to be honest. So she'll
no
sneak
doubt.
around and wave her hands around behind me when I'm trying to record and trying to.
Funny girl.
So God love her.
Yeah.
She's a bit like her dad. She's got that bit of cheek to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, my biggest motivation is when I see these commissions rolling in.
Yeah.
You know, in Australian dollars, we're talking like around the $1,400 mark.
Nice.
You know, like, and that's a week's pay for a lot of people. And I understand that because I was employed for over 3 decades in construction, you know, so.
Understand. Tell me, tell us about a recent project or achievement where you've helped someone or someone you're particularly proud of. Tell us the story there.
Okay, so I had a lady from Canada.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like we can get in contact with people all over the world on social media, and that's the beauty of it.
Yes.
And the part that it doesn't actually cost you anything at the moment. I believe one day it might, but she reached out to me and just said, look, I'm sick of handing over money and buying all these programs and nothing works for me. Yeah. What can you do to any different to anybody else? And I just said, look, all I can guarantee you is if you can stick to this blueprint and follow the training, I believe anybody can do this. And that was the biggest thing for me. Like, once I saw people inside having the results, I believed it. Like, I believed it before I started because we have a webinar process where you can invite people, have a look at the webinar, see what these people are like.
See if you like it,
and if it's not the sort of thing you resonate with, well, then it might not be for you, but it might be.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. You got that full support there too. You know, and I tell people, you know, be open-minded. Be open-minded. And look, let's face it, you're a construction worker. You weren't a brain surgeon. There's plenty of people got the same story as you, average, everyday people who've got off the hurdy-gurdy of just having a job and are doing well for themselves now because they're prepared to do what it takes.
And that's the thing. Like I've gone from working 10 or 12 hours a day to 2 to 3 hours a day, and it makes a massive difference. Sometimes I wander around the house or the yard thinking to myself, oh, and there's always a project at home. Oh, well, I'll do this, I'll do that. And that inspires you because that was something I haven't done. And, you know, I've started playing golf again. I've started going fishing again.
Awesome.
And there was all these things that were pushed to the side because I just didn't have the time while I was in construction, you know?
Yeah, fair enough. Tell me, what advice would you give a younger version of yourself who wanted to follow in your footsteps? What would you tell them?
My number one piece of advice would be invest in yourself straight away.
Absolutely.
Make sure that do your homework. I'm not saying don't do your homework, but when you find something that's right for you, you need to get into it, take action and get started because, you know, that all of these programs out there at the moment are more value than what you're paying for. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I'd say get a mentor. I'd add that, get a mentor.
Well, the thing with our program is we're getting mentored for free.
Yeah.
We've got one of the number one school communities in the world. There's over 50,000 members.
Lovely.
Called the Digital Growth Community.
There's a few mentors there. You can reach out to people in that group, guys, and network with each other.
Well, the thing is that everybody that's speaking at these webinars are people that have already had success following the exact same blueprint.
That's right.
Yeah. And that was the big thing for me. Like I could see like people that started at the same time as me, which was May of 2024.
Yeah.
You know, there's people all around the world that I know and relate with. I've never met them personally, but I can see their journey. I could watch them. You can see people grow and you realise that it is real.
Yes.
Because so many people sit back because they say, oh, no, I think it's a scam. I don't believe it. Because we were always taught growing up.
Yeah.
If it was too good to be true, then it probably is. And that's why I think Australians particularly are just way too sceptical.
Yeah, tall poppy syndrome and all that. Yep, I know all that. Yeah, I
So
see.
yeah, that's my biggest piece of advice. Like, invest in yourself and have a go. Look, and you know what? People fail. And if you fail, you probably, in my
Learn.
honest opinion, with this program, you haven't followed the training, because
Yeah, but learn.
it's
Yeah, be open-minded. Be prepared to learn.
100%.
Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
Look, my biggest goal is to help as many people in 2025 escape that 9 to 5 grind as I possibly can.
Lovely.
That'll make me happy.
Yeah. And where are you today? You did tell me a story. Where are you today? What are you doing
I'm
today?
up at Lake Macquarie,
Yeah, what are you doing?
in the sort of central coast of New South Wales.
Mhm.
I'm
What are you
just
doing?
looking at purchasing investment properties
Yeah,
up
there
this
you go,
way.
guys.
So
Freedom. Takes a day off, goes out hunting for properties. Now, wouldn't you
I've
like
still
that
got to do my
lifestyle?
videos though. So I do my videos in the hotel room. So
Yeah,
as long as I do my 2 hours of income producing activities each day,
yeah,
which
that's
is
right.
all in the training, but mainly it's make 3 pieces of content.
Yep,
And you can also do this fully faceless, which a
yep.
lot of people don't want to show their face.
Yeah, you can use a program called Syllabi if they know that at all. It's a good
Yeah,
program
I've
out there.
heard of that as well.
Yeah, good program. The other thing, interesting enough, guys, is that think about that. You can do as much or as little as you want, right? But it's all key to it all is be consistent. Turn up. Think about it. Dig a 5 foot hole. Think about this, guys. I tell people all the time. Dig a 5 foot hole, or get someone to do it for you, even. And at the end of the week, that hole's you're 25 foot deep. You know, action gets traction. It's that simple, guys. Right? Don't fall down the hole and break your leg, though. All right, that's
No,
my
no.
advice.
Yeah, right.
Tell our people watching this wonderful show and our listeners, what's the best way to reach out and find out more about your opportunity, Adam?
All right. Well, I suppose the best way is to just have a look and click the link on my profile in my Facebook account,
Yeah,
or visit my website, which is the same link, www.earnwithmyfreedomsuccess.com.
yeah.
And then you'll be directed to a video straight away, which is from Michelle, the program creator and our mentor. She's the lady who's made $5 million out of this exact program
Not bad.
since 10th of September 2022. No, it's pretty good.
Yep.
And then any questions, you'll then be have my email where you can contact me, and I'll be sure to get back to you within a day or two.
Yeah, guys.
But yeah, my biggest thing is have a go, have a look. Don't just sit back.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's about the F's, guys. It's family, friends, freedom, and fun. You're not
100%. And I'm having
forever.
a lot of fun.
That's it. You're not here forever, guys. You got one life.
I'm having way more fun than I would have been stuck working for a boss for another 20 years, that's for sure.
That's right. And guys, this is something you can start off. You don't have to give up your job. You can start off doing this just like Adam did. Give up a couple of hours a day, and then give it a go. And then when it starts to work and you see the results, then you can say, "I've had enough of this job." Go in and tell the boss, I'm giving you a month's notice, and I'm out of here. Right? Simple as
Well,
that.
that's pretty much exactly what happened. And it happened so fast. That was the thing that amazed me the most. Like I got my full investment back after 3.5 weeks.
Lovely.
And really, I had no idea what I was doing, but I was just following this blueprint to a T.
And guys, Adam even had trouble turning his camera on when we came online. We had to struggle.
Exactly.
That's a true story, guys. And he said he's not tech savvy. I'm 77, guys, and I'm not tech savvy. I learn every day. So if Adam and I can do it, you guys can do it.
So can you.
Have a go. Right. Before we wrap it up, we're about to do that. Believe it or not, I can talk underwater. What's something that most people don't know about you? What's a fun fact that most people don't know?
Right. Well, I think I let the cat out of the bag a bit earlier, but the fun fact probably nobody knows about me is my wife had our youngest daughter when I was 50. So I'm 56 this year, and my youngest daughter, Evie, has just turned 6.
Fantastic. Well,
it is fantastic. And I pledged to spend more time with my girls, because growing up, my 2 older sons, I just missed out on so much time with them.
Absolutely.
And now they don't want to hang around their dad anymore.
I've been there, guys, and Adam has too. Guys, I used to get with my kids, well, I'm a bit older now, but they were in bed. They were in bed when I went to work, right? And they were in bed when I came home. How about that? What's the point of having them?
100%.
You know.
And who wants to live that way in 2025?
That's right. And
No one.
I couldn't go to concerts. I couldn't go to some, teacher and parents' days, all sorts of stuff. You miss out on, guys. So you've only got one life. Enjoy it. Adam, you've been an awesome guest. Thanks very much for being on the show. And guys, if you want,
and thank you, Jeff. I'm much appreciated.
No, my pleasure, guys. If you want your 50 minutes of fame, just like Adam, reach out, guys. Everyone's got a story. Let me tell your story to the world. You never know where it might take you. Thanks very much, my friend.
Cheers.
I'm going to work out how to turn the recording off. No.